Well, I grew up in a non-Christian home, and at 4 I met my best friend Emma, and at the age of 6 I walked into my first ever church service. And I remember when I was 8 years old, I gave my life to Jesus at a summer camp. Going into high school, my parents got divorced, and so that was hard for me. I moved near the Rosemary Heights campus at Village, and so we started going there. I brought my mom, and within that year she became a Christian, which was awesome. So my mom's now a Christian, and just throughout the years my faith has grown. Grade 10 was a bit of a hard year though. I struggled with lots of anxiety and things no one knew about, not even like my best friend knew about, and I was dealing with those things, and I was kind of angry with God and disappointed. And I think at one time God was just like, no, people are gonna fail you, and you're gonna fail people, but like just trust me, because I'm never gonna fail you, and I always have a greater plan. So I just want to be baptized to like share my story and to tell everybody that like just put your trust in God and just find a core group of people that can celebrate that with you and like make your faith stronger.
I did grow up in a Christian home. I was surrounded by Christian family and friends, and I did go to church every Sunday. And at the age of 4, I met Makenna, and we went to church together. We've been going to Village since day 1 when it was in the Rosemary Heights campus. And at first I hated it. I didn't really, I used Christianity as a label for myself. I actually moved this past year to a public school, which is the first public school I've been to. And I kind of noticed in that moment that my whole life I'd been living out of fear, like the fear of being judged and fear of having perfect skin and the perfect clothes and being popular and everyone likes you. And then, which actually we went to Rockridge for the first time with our Village youth with the senior group. There was over, I think, 100 people who ended up showing there. And there was one night when everyone kind of like cries and prays for like 3 hours straight, where I just felt this like connection with God, almost like I just wasn't afraid anymore, and I'm ready to live my life through Him and with Him, and I'm not afraid to let people know.
I grew up in a Christian family. I went to church every week, and I knew God, but I didn't exactly live a life for God. Once I got my driver's license, I kind of fell away from the church. I stopped going and just was doing my own thing. But in the last 2 years, I've really felt God calling me back. And in the last 2 months, I have met a ton of new people through Village and just started developing great relationships and friendships, and started going to community group. And people there, we talked about baptism a bit and what it was about and why you would get baptized, and it just opened my heart and made me think like, why haven't I done this yet? So I'm excited about getting baptized, just to take the next step to learn more about God and just to fully let Him into my life and to declare to Him that He's my God.